Hey mamas, welcome to the Mom on Point podcast. I'm Vallen. I will be your host every Tuesday. This is a fun, safe space where we can discuss motherhood in all its complexity. This includes loss, friendship, mental health, wellness, parenting, marriage, and as a postpartum doula, the postpartum period, and also identities. Throughout our lives, and especially motherhood, we experience so many identity shifts and changes, and I think we need more conversations surrounding the hard stuff, the things that matter most. And some of those things are really uncomfortable and no one likes to talk about it, but I do. So download this episode, play it in the car while doing errands or just hanging out at home. And I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's dive in. Hey mamas, welcome to the Mom on Point podcast. So happy you're here today. Because it's getting into the holiday season, I kind of want to just talk about healing after loss during the holidays. If you have been following me, you know at least most of my story. I lost my daughter Evelyn at 40 weeks and 5 days, July 20th, 2019. So a little over 3 years ago now. Even though it's been 3 years, for my body, especially trauma that's stored in my body, does not feel like it was that long ago. And emotionally and mentally too for me. And I still have quite a bit of trouble during the holidays, you know, mustering up that extra energy, especially because I have other kids, um, finding that extra joy, finding the hope, finding just trying to find my way, I guess. So I kind of just wanted to talk to you about this for a little bit, and maybe you guys feel the same way. Feel free to comment on this episode when it's over and just let me know how you guys are feeling for the holidays. Because it can be super hard. So basically, I don't know, I think last weekend I was shopping at Walmart and I just started getting really sad. And I didn't realize that it was because just my heart was on Evelyn and I kept seeing things subconsciously, apparently, that were reminding me of her. And as I was walking out to the car with my cart, I started crying and I was like, you know what? I really want to find a child that I can sponsor for Christmas that is a girl who is 3 years old, the age that Evelyn would be, because I don't have her to celebrate with in the traditional sense here on Earth. And I was just crying about it, and I was like, okay, I know this is something I have to do. So on my to-do list. I know a lot of people who have talked about doing this kind of thing. They'll, sponsor a child in need for the holidays that's the same age that their child would be, or on the date of their baby's birth slash death, they will bring a basket to the hospital for a baby or boy, um, for the new parents in honor of their baby. I find that holidays are easier to navigate when we are doing things for others. And also, though, taking care of ourselves at the same time, which, if you're like me, you find next to impossible. You don't find time for yourself ever. Um, so I really want to encourage you, one, give yourself some grace over the holidays. Your baby knows how much you love and loved them. So no amount of decorating or gift giving or tears, like, don't feel obligated to do anything you don't want to do, is basically what I'm saying. It doesn't make you a bad mom, it doesn't make you a bad person, it doesn't make you a shitty friend. Like, it doesn't matter how long ago your loss was. Holidays are a whole different ballgame. So you got to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. And that sounds so easy, because I'm not talking about go and take a bath, go and get your nails done, which I love those things. Don't get me wrong. And they're great to relax a little bit. But what I'm talking about is maybe getting a therapist, having somebody to talk to, or joining some type of physical membership like Pilates or yoga, or I don't know if you're in a CrossFit or um, just whatever. Physical movement really, really helps. One, your body fills with endorphins, right? And you just feel really good. Um, but movement also helps release trauma. I am not a doctor. Let me just preface that. Um, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a physical therapist, anything like that. Um, Everything that I talk about is something I've either experienced, I've read about, I've been told about, that kind of thing. But movement, I mean, there's a type of therapy called somatic therapy, trauma therapy, and it's body movement that releases trauma. But not that I want you to do these things to release your trauma, but they can help that. But it also helps your mental health. And you just feel really good when you're done. I am part of Lindywell membership. It used to be called the Balanced Life Sisterhood, and it's a Pilates membership, and um, they give you a calendar. And so literally you go on the app, it tells you what you're doing that day. You don't have to guess, you don't have to scramble through YouTube to find a free video. Like, it's wonderful. It saves me stress. Um, Now, don't get me wrong, I've had probably a few weeks of really not taking care of myself. I just found out I have a thyroid issue during this fifth pregnancy, and I've never dealt with that. So I literally just couldn't get myself up out of bed. Um, and those things kind of held back my physical workout. But find something physical that you love doing. If you don't want to do it by yourself, find a friend. Do I know in most gyms they have classes you can do. Take up dancing, you know, just something to get your physical body moving. And I already said therapy, find somebody to talk to for your mental and emotional health and your healing. But also, there's other things you can do. I know people talk about meditation. Don't let that scare you. It's literally just a word for sitting in silence with yourself. That's what you're doing. You're sitting with yourself, feeling what's coming up for you. You're recognizing it and letting it go. And then, like, getting back to a blank slate in the brain. And you can set intentions, like after you meditate or during meditation, you can set the intentions that you really want. You can ask for clarity in something. You can ask for help in healing. There's so many things and so many ways to meditate. You really can't do it wrong. Even if you lay in bed with your eyes closed and just sit with yourself, make it easy for you. I always made things so hard, and I think that's why I didn't do a lot of things. I stayed within my comfort bubble, and as most of you know, in order to grow and change, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to get out of your comfort bubble. So, something else I want to encourage you to do is trying something new as like a hobby. A hobby is another one of those words like, yeah, well, I read, or just, I think it's overused. And I think focusing more on making your heart happy in a creative way, finding a creative outlet. I have decided that I'm going to start watercolor painting. My grandma was an amazing artist, and she taught me how to draw. She taught me how to shade properly. She taught me how to sketch and paint. And I've forgotten all these things. And sew, like, I love sewing. And I just realized that everything that I'm doing, like, is building my business, working with moms through loss, making sure that I'm helping others who have gone through what I have. And I didn't really have something for me. I can just sit in my office and paint on my own. I don't need people to look at it. I don't want to share it. I don't want outside opinions. I just want it to be for me. I also like beading, making bracelets. Um, I've had a lot of creative energy flowing through me, and I'm realizing that that's what I forgot. That is what I haven't been doing the last few years because I'm so focused on everybody else and everything else, and it's not anybody else's fault. I didn't make myself a priority anymore. So try to find something new for yourself. Go to the craft store. Go get one of those craft kits with something in it, like a paint by numbers, or they have these fun little kits for kids that are like little gem things, and you put the gems on the pictures. Like, I don't, just something. It doesn't have to be spectacular. Um, just try it. I want so much for you to feel joy and hope that things will be better, even if they don't feel like it right now. Um, I know for myself, I will I will have a hard time over the holidays as I normally do. I typically have hard time during the holidays, and then also her birth month of July. And it's not something I've been able to like stop, which I mean I don't want to because the more I think about it and go through it, I'm healing it. And I know it won't be 100% healed ever, but I know I'm doing my part in helping myself. And in turn, that helps others. So I just want to kind of talk about that. Don't let anybody, you have the power in yourself. Don't let anybody make you feel a certain way. Don't let anybody just, if somebody says anything to you about how you're healing or how long it's taking you or anything like that, you have the power to stand up for yourself. And most people, they're just uncomfortable. Honestly, they don't like talking about this stuff. So, anyways, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you again next week. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me with the Mom on Point podcast. I hope you found some inspiration, some joy, maybe some new information that can help you heal, feel better, or just get through the day. If you've loved the podcast, please like and comment and let me know what you think. I read and respond to all comments personally, and it really helps others discover me who may need my message too. You can also find me on Instagram at vallenweb. You can email me at info.vallenweb@gmail.com. Again, that's info.vallenwebb@gmail.com. Or you can check out my website where I have tons of free resources and freebies at vallenweb.com. I look forward to hearing from you. I'll add all these things on the show notes. Feel free to check them out anytime. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Tuesday.